Hi, I'm Karen Hurt, and I'm here with our next edition of Asking for a Friend. And this one came in at a strategic storytelling workshop that we were doing. And I know what my answer was, but I thought it would be really interesting to also pitch this to my friend Paul Smith, who is a storytelling expert and has written a book, 10 Stories Great Leaders Tell. So here's the question. I know storytelling is popular, but that would never work at my company. I'd get laughed out of the room. So, Paul, how would you answer this one?
Yeah, that's one I get a fair amount as well. Yeah, I think it's a very fair question. My answer to it is that I think there are three things that people are imagining how storytelling works that is creating that fear. And really, none of them are true. And so once you realize those three things are not the case, then that fear kind of just falls away. So the first one is that you don't perform your stories at work, you just tell them, right? So if you're imagining somebody jumping around on stage, moving in and out of character like some solo performing Broadway actor, like that's not what it should look like. It's not this spectacle that would get you laughed at, right? In fact, I tell people if the tone or cadence of your voice changes at all when you move into telling a story, you're doing it wrong, right? It should be invisible to the audience. It should sound just like a seamless part of the conversation. So that's the first thing, that if you're imagining that storytelling looks like that would be embarrassing, that's not it.
Very good. I love that. That is so true. So true. What else would you say?
Yeah. So the second thing is that you shouldn't be telling a story when a story is not called for in the first place, right? So and that's by the way, I put a number to it. So I tell people it's probably only 10 to 15% of the time that you should be telling a story in any situation at work, right? The 10 to 15% of the words coming out of your mouth should be in the form of a story. So if you've got a 1 hour presentation or a 1 hour conversation you're having or a 1 hour meeting, 6 to 9 minutes you might be telling a story, but the other 85 to 90% you're just talking to people. So when you realize that, you don't feel all this pressure to constantly be telling a story, which makes you tell stories when you shouldn't be telling a story, and that will get you laughed out of the room. So for example, if you're in a job interview and somebody says, hey, it looks like on your resume that your last three jobs you only spent 6 months in each of them, why is that? The response is, well, let me tell you a story. Right? Clearly you've got something to hide, right? That's just not the right time to tell a story. Just
Right.
answer the question. And then if you want to tell a story about one of those, then do that. But after you've just answered the question, right? So that's two. Don't think you got to tell stories when you shouldn't. Does that feel
Oh,
right to
that is
you?
perfect. I love it. Do you have maybe one more piece
Yep.
of advice?
Yeah. So the last one is don't announce that you're going to tell a story, right? There are a number of people who have, and I'm one of them, by the way, that has a negative visceral reaction to hearing the words, let me tell you a story, right? So, and unless your audience is a bunch of kindergartners and you're about to read them a book, right? Announcing that you're going to tell a story is immediately going to, make them be reticent to listen to your story. And then that could lead to you getting laughed out of the room. So the way you should introduce a story should sound something like this. Wow, that's a tough problem. Well, let me tell you what I did 5 years ago when I had your job, and I had the same problem. And then you're telling them what you did.
Ah.
That's a story. It's a story that somebody needs at that exact moment in time. And you're not telling them you're going to tell them a story. You just tell them the story.
I love it. That's so perfect. So everything you're sharing there is just how do you make it feel natural? And just as you were just showing up and having a conversation, it happens to include a story.
Right. Natural and authentic are the words that you should be thinking of there. Correct.
Ah, perfect. Thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate you taking the time to share with us.
You bet. Good to be here.